Dr. W here, a 4Element doctor who's helping you by becoming uh, a person teaching you about 4Element yoga and being more somatic, being alive with your body, finding ways to fix the parts of your physical structure that just are lagging behind. Today, your elbows. There's people that come to see me because their elbows are bothering them. A lot of people have elbow issues, and sometimes those elbow issues come out of the nerves from their neck, getting staticking the signals. And what nerves do is they control muscle activity. So when nerves are pinched in the neck in particular, the muscles that get their nerve energy from the neck become less capable of doing their job. And over time, with more demand put upon that region, something can happen to that region like the elbow. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring the four forces, fire, air, water, and earth, into the elbow. Very simple things. We could always apply these four principles, fire, air, water, and earth, into each part of the body. Let's talk about earth. That's at the bottom. Earth is the fourth of the four principles. It deals with physical structure. The bones, as you might know, are that earth element within you. What to bring earth into the elbow, you want to take, let's say it's the left elbow that you're having issues with. You can take your right hand, put it in the back of your elbow, and go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can start with your arms straight, but you can eventually have it at different angles. And you're basically just going to be pushing 1, 2, 3, 4. You're pushing that left elbow into your hand, the physicality of your hand. It's an isometric maneuver, which means that the muscles might be contracting, uh, but they're not much motion is happening because they're being physically supported by the hand. That's a lot of earth goes into isometric maneuvers in particular. And when you push backward, and even though you're going forward in a sense, from an anatomical perspective, from a biomechanical perspective, you're pushing the arm back, the elbow back. The bones of the elbow are being pushed anatomically back, and that helps with the alignment of the bones. Never underestimate the power of alignment of the earth elements. Uh, Functionality always can be improved, or usually can be improved, by helping the alignment toward the back side. So every joint has at least two bones, and those bones do well when they're pulled back and allowed to align relative to each other. That's the earth one. So you can do like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're only having problems with one elbow, you can just stay on one elbow. But it is useful to do the other side. It does not be quite as many reps, but you'll gain something by getting the other elbow, or the other part that you're doing, involved as well. That's the earth. We might want to bring the water principle. Now, what the water principle does, it brings nourishment into the tissues of the body. So when we bring water into the region, we can, or the water principle, we bring blood. Sometimes I talk to my patient, I say, imagine that there's a washcloth around that injured joint and filled with blood. And we want to kind of squeeze the blood, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to squeeze it. We oftentimes like to go with the water principle. We like to go medially toward the inside, toward the center of the body. So I'm pushing this left side medially into my right hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do it, in different ways. You can. I like to have, if I know that the nerves going to my elbow, coming out of my neck, I like to have the at the level of where my nerves are. So I might have the elbow here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that helps to get the neck a little bit involved. Now you might find me bring my neck back as I push medially that elbow, 1, 2, 3, 4. I might, kind of like create a little dance with myself as I do it. And it's just a nice way of centering yourself into the body. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Most of the times when I do 4 element yoga, I don't know where it's going to lead me. So don't feel like you got to do it, just the way Dr. W taught you. Just play around with the way you move, feel things moving, be intuitive. If you find yourself doing something that you would never have thought I would have recommended, or that you would have thought of 30 seconds ago, just go with it and see where it leads you. Be aware, and enjoy the moment. So back and forth like this is good for pumping blood into the tissues of the elbow in this case. That's Now we're going to work away. We've got to earth, we got water. Now we're going to go to air. Air is the muscular robustness that oftentimes is centered in the y-axis going up. And here we might want to, go up like this and maybe support the arm. So here I'm doing the right elbow, and I'm supporting this right arm with a little bracing as I go vertically up. Now, to be honest with you, I never did this one before, this maneuver. I don't typically have elbow issues, But Ben, my videographer, he said, go for that elbow. I'm sure you've helped other people with elbows, and I have, but I don't think I've given them this one before. So, I'm always learning new things. So this is a nice one with air for the elbow. I'm just kind of lifting up. Some muscles are getting used. I'm using this as a brace. It's nice to air likes to kind of lock in at a 45-degree angle or so, and it's kind of a nice way of bringing an uplift and a muscular robustness. I'm kind of lifting up with my elbow muscles like this. They're garnering some extra support with the bracing of the other arm. So it's a nice maneuver to just get in touch with that elbow with a little different muscularity than you might normally. The fire principle, it likes to go from back to front. So even the elbow is involved in this back to front, and that's what organizes the local tissues in the joint. All like to be organized in that back to front way. So here, with the fire principle, you often create a circle of unity, of coordination. And here I might want to go like this. I have the elbow kind of leading that left elbow, and I'm kind of going like this. And both elbows are getting involved here. I'm bringing the right one. Maybe it's even getting more organized than the left one. And here I'm going maybe a little bit more forward with my neck than I want to. So I'm going to start bringing it back as it goes forward. That feels better to me right now. Another time it might not. It might feel better to bring it forward as well. So this is I'm enjoying this one. I haven't done it for a while. You can go at different angles. I like to say that it's good to keep your axial skeletal systems straight and not rotate, even as you bring your shoulder girdle, in this case, to different angles. And the fire principle, sometimes it's nice to create different forward and back arcs. Yeah, this feels really nice. I recommend it if you have elbow issues and shoulder issues for that matter. So there you go. Quickly, we went over 4 different maneuvers. The earth maneuver, where you're pushing back like that, functionally. The water principle, where you're pushing in, getting that bloody circulation, that washcloth, if you will. The air principle of uplift, like this. Oftentimes grounding it into the lateral foot bones. Air likes that lateral portion all the way up. And then the fire force of from back to front. All right. Simple ways of bringing life into you and your different parts that want some extra help from you. All right. Talk to you next time. Enjoy your body. Enjoy being somatically alive. And enjoy life in general. Bye-bye for now.